Hello out there in internet land or YouTube land or Facebook land, wherever you happen to be, and welcome to our online art show called Hope and Inspiration, brought to you by the Diocesan Environment Network, or DEN for short. Today we're welcoming our second feature artist. She's an artist, a mother, a grandmother, a businesswoman. She's also my mother's favorite Sunday school student. It's Wendy Bissett Beaver. Thanks, Wendy, for joining us, and thanks for coming on and doing this interview.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks. So how long, Wendy, have you been painting for, and how did you get started?
Well, I've been painting and drawing, coloring since I was a child. I used to have really good school projects, of course. And I know they were some of the kids were somewhat jealous, but I helped them when I could. But yeah, so like I said, I've been doing it pretty much all my life. I still remember a while ago I had found a coloring book that my mom had kept from years ago, and I think I was like around 3, something like that. She wrote down the age on it anyway, and my mom tended to keep everything, so there was lots of things to go through. But anyway, there was a page in it that I had colored when I was 3, and I was looking at it, and I had traced the outlines of every single piece on that picture with the crayon, so that was darker, and then I painted on the inside and that with the same color crayon. And it was funny because I had forgotten all about doing that, and then when I looked at it, it was like, well, that's why I'm still doing that now when I'm painting. I like my edges finished, so but yeah, no, I think, I mean, painting and creating are just a part of me, and I think I'm planning on doing it for a long time.
You have a unique style of painting. We talked about that earlier and I said, you know, would you consider, because the lines are different in yours, you're not a realist painter, and I said, would you consider yourself an abstract? And you said, no, I would consider myself an illustrator because of the way that you paint.
Yeah, I can't really tell you exactly what style it is. I mean, it's my style, and yeah, I've come up with that I'm more of a illustrative type of artist, you know, more so than anything else.
Yeah.
Unless somebody can tell me any different, that's what I'm sticking with.
So what inspires you to paint, Wendy?
Well, almost anything. I tend to be inspired by things that people don't even notice, or they might think as just ordinary things. You know, I like to give ordinary shapes, lines, a life of their own, really, on my canvas, and I love to use bright colors, bright and beautiful colors. I do it just for the sheer joy of doing it, and I hope that I inspire people to go out and search for the ordinary in their spaces, and to realize that, well, to realize and appreciate the beauty that is actually there. Yeah.
I said to you earlier, like when we were talking, I said, you know, your painting reminds me of Maud Lewis, and not your style, but you have a unique style that's your own, that you can look at your paintings and say, well, that's a Wendy Bissett Beaver painting.
Yes.
But just the joy that's in the colors, that when you look at your paintings, it's the same as if you look at a Maud Lewis. If you're a big Maud Lewis fan, you look at the paintings and they automatically bring you joy, and it's the same with yours. Not only that, but a lot of your subject matter is, you know, in the Dartmouth area, and having grown up in the Dartmouth area, it's kind of cool to see Sullivan's Pond, your interpretation of Sullivan's Pond, your interpretation of the bridges, your interpretation of the Halifax Dartmouth ferries and stuff. So it's always kind of cool to see that. But what I wanted to know was, what drew you to this project, the Hope and Inspiration Art Show?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to do my tiny little bit that I can to help the earth, and like the idea that I could be part of a project that promotes the climate awareness and can bring hope and inspiration for our planet. You know, I believe that we all have an obligation to take care of this world. I mean, we share it, so we should all think of doing something. So I was very happy to be involved in this project.
So what projects are you working on currently?
Right now, I've been doing some watercolor illustrations for a set of oracle cards for a client. And I am also working on a commissioned portrait, which has been, it's been a long time in doing, because I don't normally paint portraits. I can do pencil portraits, but putting paint on a human face. Right now I'm stuck on doing some black hair, trying to figure out how to make black hair look like hair and not black hair with lots of gray in it. So, but you know, I tend to take on things that I've not done before, but it usually works out. I also have a project that I've been working on since January. I am a certified art therapy life coach, not an art therapist, but a life coach. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to bring, you know, art to people through paint parties, or, you know, any type of get-togethers. Mental health is a really serious issue at this time, and I'm trying to help people get rid of their stress. I mean, creating art, you know, it lowers your overall stress levels, and it can make you feel better mentally. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it encourages creative thinking, of course, and creating art can boost your self-esteem, and offers you also a sense of accomplishment. I mean, you know, you go in possibly thinking that. I've had many people come into my paint parties and say, you know, oh, I can't do that. I don't know why I signed up for this. And by the end of it, you wouldn't believe the paintings that they've done. They're beautiful, and they've had fun, and they've laughed. You know, and art even has been shown to help memory and cognitive abilities with people that are suffering from dementia. Yeah. You know, and you know, everybody is born with a desire and the ability to express themselves. Mm-hmm. And I think art is a wonderful way of doing this. And you know, especially when it can help with our mental health, which especially right now during this pandemic, and that is, it's high. It's quite, you know, there's a lot of stress. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just trying to bring some happiness to people with that part of it anyway. So it's, it's quite, I'm a little bit passionate about that.
What's the best piece of advice you've been given as an artist?
Well, I would have to say that I painted for quite a while. And I really didn't do anything with it. I mean, when I actually sat down and started painting paintings, that I thought, you know, well, maybe I could sell, right? But I didn't do much with them other than, you know, one of my kids' friends would say, oh, I'll buy that from you. And I'd say, oh, yeah, okay, give me, you know, $50 and you can have it. You know, something like that. But I finally decided that I should, not would, but should approach a gallery, you know, to see if they would take my art in. And really, I can't remember who said it to me, but somebody told me that if I didn't try then, because I was afraid that my work would be rejected, mm-hmm. that I probably wouldn't try at all. You know, and I thought about it, and they were right. If I didn't do it then, I probably wouldn't have. So I sat down in front of my computer. I had a glass of wine. I don't know if that helped, but it was just one glass. And I sent off a few examples of my paintings, and they accepted me in, and I've been having solo shows at that gallery for 4 or 5 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and that's how that all started anyway, but yeah.
Oh, that's a neat story. Now, also as part of this show, the online art show, Hope and Inspiration, you're doing a couple of paint nights for us. And on November the 8th, you're doing a kids paint show from 2 to 4. And you have that art piece there to show, really cute. And then on November the 15th from 2 to 4 p.m., you're doing an adult night with, I believe, okay, nice. Yep. And I had said earlier too, the polar bear one, it's not just for kids, it's for anybody that wants to do it. And it would be kind of a cool gift to give somebody actually at Christmas time, the little polar bear one, if you want to do it on a piece of canvas. Because what happens now, people want to do this, they email you to the link.
If they want to do this, I have a link set up on my Paint the Night website. Okay. And they can go there and they will find the picture, those 2 pictures, and there's a buy now button. And I'll give you the website address is, it's https:// paint the night with Mazart, and that is MAEISART dot Ecwid, which is ECWID.com.
Okay.
And if you scroll down, you'll see where you can purchase items, and the two of them, the Ollie Bear one and the Believe one, are there, and they're for $0. They're free.
Okay.
So please click on everything that's attached to it, because there's files that go with it. And it has the supply list, it has the tracers, it has a color reference one, and I think that's all that's in it. But anyway, you'll see whatever's there, click all the boxes, and then you'll receive all the files, and you can download them and print them off.
Okay, and then they could just go to a dollar store and pick up the supplies and.
Yes, you can go to the dollar store. I popped into Walmart today, and they have some paints in the one here at Cole Harbor. They had at least some paints. I know the dollar store was getting they didn't have much paints there at all, but they were getting some of the canvases back.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, I know what else is on the link. It's the link also has the Zoom meeting, like the Zoom link that everybody can go to join.
Because it will be over Zoom. The actual paint night will be on Zoom. So.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the link is there for that. I already have them for both of them. I have them both set up so that you'll have all that information when you join up, and that's all you need to do. And just show up on Zoom it's a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
They're both Sunday afternoons, and yeah, come have some fun.
Yeah, it'd be a fun night. Wendy, thanks for doing this interview with us. Good luck on the art show. If you haven't seen Wendy's work yet, take a gander. I know it's going to inspire you to love the environment. Thanks, everybody, and join us next week. Our guest is going to be our former high school, or not high school, but our former Sunday school alumni photographer, Donna Giles, is going to be with us talking about her contributions to the art show. So God bless everybody, and take care and enjoy the show.